This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm joined by, behind the gloves is Michelle Joy Phelps. Can we get a hey fight fans on IFL?
Hey fight fans! I thought you were going to say my real last name.
Oh yeah, fine. Can I tell people that?
That's fine.
Michelle Masters.
Masters, yeah. Fun fact, my father's father, my grandfather, was adopted by cousins that are Phelpses. So we're still related to the Phelpses, but my biological blood last name should be Masters. Michelle Masters.
Can I just refer to you as Michelle Masters from now?
You can do whatever you want, Umar. You got full permission.
Well, it's been a busy week here. Less media than actually expected. Do you not think that as well?
Yeah, no, it is. I don't even know why that is, actually. I could be wrong here, but perhaps there is the lack of Russian media.
True.
So, yeah, I think that's probably why we feel it a little bit. Because usually, when you have an opponent and you're fighting somebody, you usually have, like, for example, like when Pacquiao fights, he brings out the Filipino reporters and so forth. So, yeah. So I think that maybe that's why.
Well, yeah, I wanted to sit down with you, get a chat about what it's like behind the scenes and your take on boxing media, because you've been here since day dot. You've been...
You guys, it's because I say stupid crap all the time off camera.
Like what?
Well, about things. That's why.
Yeah, but you've been here since day dot, one of the very few ones, like Raheem and obviously Coogan, a couple of others as well. But what's changed? I know a lot's changed, but what's changed from when you started to what goes on now?
The lines have gotten longer for Eddie Hearn.
Just Eddie?
No, for everybody. They got a lot longer. Yeah, it used to be, well, here in the States, I think the only other one that came over was Cougs. So, yeah, I think all of us sort of feel it, which is great. I mean, the sport's growing. People are starting to expand outside of YouTube. There's obviously TikTok and other platforms that are pretty popular at the minute. So I know that a lot of people come here credentialed even under like TikTok accounts or whatever. So yeah, it's great. I mean, it is tough. I'm not going to lie. I could sit here and say it can kind of low-key suck sometimes because you do have to wait extra long and it does take longer to get the content out and so forth. But overall, I mean, it's a growing industry.
Are you still enjoying it?
Yeah, I am insanely blessed. I used to be a waitress. I used to be a massage therapist. Another fun fact, licensed massage therapist. And I know a thing or two about working jobs that at that time in my life I didn't want to be doing. But you do it because it pays the bills and it has like the flexibility and so forth. But so yeah, I'm insanely blessed to be here. I'm just really, really run down. Really run down.
Is that because of the recent run of fights or just like the last couple of years?
No, I mean, I think when you sort of throw in the constant traveling for 10 years, I mean, no, literally, I live out of a suitcase. I mean, you saw, like, I have bags all laid about. I don't even want to put my shit away because I'm just like, ugh. Like, I hate the packing to unpack and packing to unpack. I mean, granted, it's first world problems over here because I understand how blessed I am, so I'm not by any means necessary complaining, but I'm really tired and I miss my family and it's hard to maintain a healthy relationship when I'm always on the road.
So how long do you see yourself doing this for? Because what you're saying there, I'm sure you still love it and you get a buzz out of it like you used to, but you're growing as a person, you've got other commitments probably, and it's not the same as when you started. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I first started, I was 28 years old. 27, sorry. I'm 37 now. Totally different phase of my life. So, of course, naturally, I'm going to feel differently. I'm going to be in a different phase of my life. So, there are things that I have to do. I'm actually this winter, I'm looking to freeze my eggs. Because I don't know if I want children, and I don't want to allow work to get in the way of if I'm missing a window of opportunity. I don't want it to like pass me by because I was running around chasing interviews. Like that's like not what I'm trying to do. But yeah, so that's another thing I'm planning to do.
That really is an IFL exclusive. Michelle J. Phelps or Michelle Masters is going to freeze her eggs.
Yeah, I mean I got to think about that, don't I?
Well, I know you got something in the pipeline, something massive dropping soon. Can you give us a hint or not?
Sure, it will, in my eyes, cause a lot of talk, but will also, how would I say this? But would at the same time maybe remove myself a bit from the online abuse? Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
know it might create some talk, but I think overall, I think it would. You'll know what I mean when it happens.
Can you tell people when this is going to take place or not?
Aiming for June 1st.
Keep your eyes peeled on June 1st.
Keep your eyes peeled on June 1st. That's all I got to say.
Is
What do you think? Okay, you know what it is. You obviously know what it is. Yeah. Without giving away too much, what do you think the reaction will be?
Huge.
Huge?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
So yeah, keep your eyes peeled June 1st. You said we're talking about like work, but your love of boxing, that is still the same from when you first got into the sport, whenever that was.
Do you know what? I mean, I can't say that I've never been married. But I hear a lot of married couples say, you know, after you hit a certain point in your marriage, it could become a bit routine. And it's not that you love the person or the thing any less. It's just sometimes you got to switch it up a little bit. And so I just want to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to take some time off to sleep. I want to sleep. I absolutely would love what I do. I sit around and I look around and I think, God, I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful. But I'm so tired. I'm so tired and I miss my family. And just the other day when I was talking to my mom on the phone about, like, soon I'm going to have a little bit more time, I just was in tears. I'm just tired, that's all. Sometimes they say if you can just sort of reset, you'll come back better. I feel like that's what it is. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody needs that. And across the board, it could be on work, relationships, whatever it may be. But I think that sometimes you just need to do a little bit of a reset to sort of find your passion again.
I hear that. If there's 3 things in boxing or boxing media, doesn't have to be boxing media, can be direct in the sport, but also boxing media that you'd like changed, what would they be? 3 things.
3 changed. Better meals.
All you've been talking about is sleep and food.
Sleep and food. I mean, come on now. Those are essentials, are they not? Food. Do you remember? Well, I don't know. Were you out here in the days where they were like full-blown catering?
Buffets, yeah.
Straight up buffets. It was so lovely. You know that you're happier when you're fed, right?
Yeah.
You are.
Well, we had a good In-N-Out meal today. In-N-Out burger. Shout out to them.
We did. During my Eddie Hearn interview, I thought for a moment maybe my breath stank of onion because he keeps moving back, and
He does that, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's a dancer, isn't he? He just likes to move his feet all the time. Like, he's just all over the place. But I'm like,
That's my headline, Eddie Hearn all over the place.
I mean, like, he is. So I always joke with him, and I go, sometimes I need to bring, like, blue tape and put it on the floor and be like, your feet stay there, like, don't move. Because sometimes, like, I won't have a videographer with me, and I'm working off of a tripod. And if you're moving out of frame, bro. like help me out here. So, yeah.
So, food, Eddie Hearn staying in his position. What's the last thing?
That's one. Food. Better food would be nice. I would like to see. I know that they do the best they can. I don't think that it's necessarily out of their control, but it would be nice to sort of have a little bit more allotted time with some people, because sometimes some weeks you don't get anybody at all, but at the same time I understand, because you see their television schedule and the rights holder schedule, and it's just so extensive, and so I kind of feel bad for them because they must be exhausted. I mean, how exhausting is it for you, Umar, to do 10 interviews in a day?
People will be like, why are you complaining? Like, this is the best job in the world. But
No. There's a difference between. Okay, come on. I hate when people say that shit.
What's that?
It's you have the best job in the world. Why are you complaining? First of all, everyone has the right to have a good and a bad day. Okay. At the end of the day, this is work. Do you know that I just had someone do some recent work with me, and her text message read, "Wow, I didn't realize how hard this was."
It's not what we're doing right now. That's not the hard part. It's what you got to do after. But people only see the end product, so you can't blame them for not thinking this is an easy job. And in some aspects, it is. Like what we do here, we don't plan or script this. It's just natural having a conversation. But
I think people forget the business side of it. We're all competitors to a degree. So if this person got the story before that person, your views may not produce the same. If you have to produce numbers in order to make money, to continue to run a business. It is what it is. So I think the ignorance in some of the comments is that they think that we just film this, upload it, and go off and fucking party all night. Like, that's not what it is. But whatever. I could sit here and explain it. You could sit here and explain it so you're blue in the face. Some people are going to get it, some people aren't. It is what it is.
I think you summed it up well. Well, is there anything you'd like to add before we close off? Anything you want to get off your chest?
Get off my chest. Not really. Not really.
You're a very angry driver. I've noticed that when we were driving around Vegas.
Well, I was hungry. Okay. Are you not angry when you're hungry?
No, I can control myself.
I'm not the only person. Come on now.
No, you're not. But I've just noticed you're a very angry driver.
I get shit done.
True.
Call me angry all you want, bro, but I get us places. You know what I'm saying? I get us places on time. So, and safe. No, I mean, I am a bit hangry sometimes, but I own that. Everyone here knows that. They know, like, when I haven't ate. They're like, have you ate yet? Because I get a little snippy.
You make a hell of a barbecue, to be fair.
Oh yeah, you liked my steak, huh?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Working on the wifey skills.
That's ticked.
Yeah, my wifey credentials are just getting better and better. I bake, I cook, I clean. There's a lot of things I do.
Drive.
I'm very domestic. I'm much more domesticated than I think people think or even know.
A lot of exclusives about Michelle Masters today on the channel.
What other fun facts? Fun facts about me that people don't know. I used to be a licensed massage therapist. My biological bloodline last name is Masters. What else have I? I went to nursing school, and I became a medical assistant, and I was just a few months shy of graduating, being an X-ray technician.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you know why I didn't graduate? My parents hated me after this. They were so mad because I would have been the first person in my family to graduate from college. Was because I knew that if I graduated with that degree and had, I think at the time, and I was 21, and if I had graduated then, I would have started off making $25 an hour, and that was back then. So that was a shit ton of money, right? And I didn't want to have that degree because I knew that the safety in me would always go back to that. So I didn't, because I always knew I wanted something more. I didn't want to be an X-ray technician. I just did it because you make great money.
Okay, Michelle.
That's it.
I think we'll start with end with a simple one. Well, not simple one, but go on.
I used to model for Maxim and FHM. Some people know that, some people don't. It's another fun fact.
Have you told people about this before or not?
If you Google me, you see them.
Google Michelle Joy Phelps. Yeah, let's actually have a boxing question. 3 fights you'd like to see take place from now till, say, next summer.
100% would be Tyson Fury versus the winner of Joshua and Usyk.
He's retired, though.
I think Tyson will be back. I think he's burnt out. I think he's exhausted of the same old thing. Like you said, do a bit of a reset, you come back, and sometimes you come back with a newfound passion. I don't know. But I think he's just burnt out. And so give him some time doing some fun stuff like exhibitions and some WWE appearances, all the good stuff. And then he may come back. I think he'll be a bit more enticed once we know the winner of Usyk Joshua too. Another fight I'd like to see, obviously as everybody, is Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford. And another one, you know what? I really fancy the idea of Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez.
Oh, the beef and that would be insane.
That's what I'm saying, like the beef and like the shit talking and stuff. So I don't mind that fight.
Yeah, that would be good for us.
You know that Teo said in a podcast recently that I guess they might be working on it. So
that would be very good for the YouTube scene in boxing.
Oh my God, I know.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. It's been quite some time since you've last been on the channel. And
I want to say the last time was Saudi Arabia.
Joshua Ruiz too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you enjoy yourself tonight at Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
It's popping out.
You're just cleaning your home tonight, aren't you?
I'll be cleaning my house tonight. That is a fact. Putting my clothes away. I've done like 5 loads of laundry and they're just sitting there. Oh, I just can't be bothered. But
she's tired. Sorry.
No. Stay tuned. June 1st.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.